Can you address the issue that Muslim youth faced, such as temptation and peer pressure, especially when the pressure comes from Muslims? This is very interesting because every human being living on the face of the earth have some level of pressure socially, either positive or negative. Okay? But the peer pressure that negative, how do you resist that? Okay. Now, golden rules. Rule number 1. Don't ever appease someone in expense of your spiritual state. Anything that judgmental your spiritual well-being, don't compromise on it. If somebody will ask you to hurt yourself physically, no matter how much close those people to you, you should resist that, not accept that. But also there's a spiritual hurt, injuries, that a person should not try to appease someone because they don't want to hurt their feeling and so forth, and they end up hurting their own spiritual well-being. I have people who say to me, you know, I didn't want to hurt their feeling, that's why I drank. I don't want to hurt their feeling, that's why I did what is, you know, the wrong thing. I don't want to hurt someone's feeling, and therefore I went along. The question is this, that if that person knows that you did these things and you really didn't like it, and you fake the feeling about it, do you think they're going to like that? A person being honest to themselves and true to themselves is a person that really can keep friendship. And this is the other rules. Be true to your friends. Tell them how you feel, what you don't like. And even sometimes by telling person your vulnerability, it will earned you a true friendship, not a fake one. Don't you try to pretend that you're perfect. Say to them, listen, if I go outside with you, that will impact me spiritually. Don't say that, oh, I'm going to pretend that I'm going to resist this. Therefore, I'm going to go out. No, it says, I'm vulnerable. There's a vulnerability here. People say to me, like, me and this girl went, you know, out alone because I know myself. I say, you don't know yourself. Because temptations and so forth, every human being is vulnerable for it. That's why in Islam, it's not permissible for a male and female who are not married to close the door on themselves and to be completely in exclusion. Because shaitan come between them. Therefore, shaitan come and fool us, says, you know, you can do this, you can resist this. But things start gradually. For example, issue of addiction. No one become addicted from the first time. But it is a person gradually become into it. If a person were to have to resist the first attempt, then the person have closed the door for the consequences of addiction. Now, the pressure that comes from your colleague or your classmates or sometimes person at work, it comes because you wanted to sometimes be accepted. It's true or not? The reason that people respond, they're looking for acceptance, approval. Why don't you flip it? Why the other person does not seek approval from you and acceptance? Why has to be me compromising my soul to be seeking the other person's acceptance. Therefore, I have what I call it a better influence on a person rather than pressure. The person says, let's go out. I say, okay, where are we going to go? They mention a place that you know is wrong. You know what that is? The shisha place. Hookah, you call it? What's the other name for it? Hookah. Then he said, oh no, I don't like this. Come on, everyone doing it. I said, everyone, I'm not everyone. I am me. I'm not doing it. Let us have some drink. Not water here, you know what I mean. A person says, not me. I said, everyone is doing it. It's college, man. College campus. Having fun. This is why you go out of your skin and you be wild. And you go home, you pretend to be so nice. The innocent person. No, he said, no, not me. Don't tell me everyone. I'm one that's not doing it. And I can point to you some other who are not doing it. Because the person gives you a pressure by putting you in the understanding that you're out of place. You don't fit in. What century are you living in? Then the person says, I can be myself. And I can say, no, I don't have to be you to be accepted. That's very important. Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said to us, hadith, that don't let anyone be a person who have no standing in life. لا يكون أحدكم من معه. يقول أنا مع الناس. I said, whatever people do, I do. If they do good, I do good. If they do evil, I do evil. Because I'm one of them. He said, no. وَطُّنُوا أَنفُسَكُمْ. Take a stand of yourself. A stand of your own. If people to do good, join them in doing good. If they do wrong, stay away from it. By the way, this is a culture of gang like that. Just go join us. People, this even today, violence, extremism, and so forth. It's about a club. A person have to resist all of that. Do not accepting it. Have a criteria of your own what's right or wrong by have a frame of reference. A frame of reference is what Allah says, Prophet Muhammad said. Now, the other solution for peer pressure is having the right peers. Have the right friends. Do you select your friend very well? Be careful of whom you choose as a friend. The friend determines your destination. You know what I mean? That if you're sitting to a friend next to you who said, you see this car next to us? Let's just race with it. The other person doesn't know you're racing. You ever seen people racing on the highway? And then the police stop you, give you a ticket. Said, please don't give me a ticket. I was racing with him. The guy that just went ahead in the other lane, I'm racing with him. Is the police going to accept that argument from us? Do you think Allah will going to accept the argument and say, I did it because so-and-so did? إنما كنا نخوض ونلعب وكنا نخوض مع الخائضين. No. Quran talks about peer pressure. كنا نخوض مع الخائضين. Whatever people did, we did. No way. Allah does not accept that. Now, they come from Muslims. Now the problem is this. If you come from people who they said, listen, I'm a Muslim too. Yeah, I drink, but I'm a Muslim. Therefore, don't tell me that Muslims don't drink. Let's go. That person cannot be the criteria of right or wrong, even if they call themselves prophet. There's no prophet after the Prophet ﷺ. They can give themselves any title. They said, listen, criteria what Allah says and the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said. You can give yourself any title, but that doesn't give you a license to regulate and to tell me what is right and wrong. Sometimes Then a person says, let us do this and then let's seek istighfar afterward. We make tawbah. I'm sorry that we, subhanallah, astaghfirullah, we did this, you and I together. We're Muslims. And this is a trick of shaitan, by the way, because make you in comfort zone of sin. You know, you heard my expression, sin comfort zone. Like a person really being in an environment is so comfortable because the person in front of you is Muslim. Sometimes it's in the basement of a masjid. It's comfort zone of sins. You create that comfort zone and says, it doesn't make, no matter what it is, in musalla, in MSA musalla, or you are sitting around the corner and you are both of you Muslims or all of you are Muslims. If it's wrong, it is wrong. It doesn't change the nature of the sin. Okay?